We got to talk about Stephen Amell, guys, because I logged on to Twitter yesterday and I saw that his statement where he said, "Hey, fam, I'm not down with this whole strike." And I was like, yes, thank God. Finally, an actor has come out and said, this whole striking thing does not work. And I've been saying that from the jump. I said that before it even went on strike. I said, it is not going to work. Especially now with the whole AI stuff happening. The studio's already said, hey, fam, y'all keep knocking on the door, being rowdy, being stupid out here in the streets, acting stupid as hell in front of these cameras. We'll see how long you last. Those are going to be the last cameras that y'all are going to be. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't say the last, but those are going to be the only cameras that y'all are going to be in front of if y'all keep acting up out here on these streets. Literally. And so now a fellow actor, somebody who's very prominent in Hollywood. I wouldn't say he's not like an A-list or anything like that. I mean, he's mainly TV shows anyways. But Stephen Amell said one of the most base things I have heard an actor say in a very long time. I also said the same thing about Tom Holland not too long ago, then found out literally 5 minutes after he said something that I kind of had to take it back that Tom Holland was base because, well, we know why he said it. But Stephen Amell says actor strike is myopic and a reductive negotiating tactic. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I have said, not just on this channel, but I've just said it in general, it is a counterproductive process that they're trying to make this. So while I agree with the first half of what Stephen Amell said, the second half, not so much, because he did come out and say, I think all of these writers should get more pay and all of the actors should get more pay. And I'm like, all, no, I don't know. I don't know about all. Because we're talking about the same people that are running around preaching every chance they get before their product, before their film or TV show even comes out. And then nobody goes and sees it. And then they wonder why people don't go and see it. So let's get one thing straight. While I do agree with Stephen Amell, I mean, he's only so based at this point because, I mean, he's still working at Starz. And no offense to Starz or the people over there, but Starz is the same company that just last year fired Redman from Power because he refused to get vaxxed. I can only call Stephen Amell so honest at this point. Amell has become one of, if not the most high-profile actors to speak out against the Fran Drescher-led SAG-AFTRA strike against the whatever the fuck. While both the actors and writer strikes have received positive support from a majority of union and guild members publicly, it is important to note that not everyone supports them. I support my union, I do, and I stand with them. I do not support, however, the striking. I don't. He said during an appearance at GalaxyCon in Raleigh, North Carolina, I think it's a reductive negotiating tactic, and I find the entire thing incredibly frustrating. I think the thinking as it pertains to shows like the show I'm on, Heels, that premiered last night, I think it's myopic. And you know what? He's actually right. Now, again, I'll go back and just to reiterate, I don't agree with the whole supporting the union and all that other stuff, and I don't even support the union. At least he does that. But as I've stated before, and as Stephen Amell reiterates, striking doesn't solve anything. At the end of the day, it's entertainment. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, they don't deserve anything. They only deserve pennies and nickels, whatever. Now, maybe the writer of She-Hulk and the writer of the last season of Mayans MC deserve pennies and nickels for that dog shit that they wrote. But I'm not saying that, writers and actors should be poor or whatever. But if you are going to stand behind the union, if you're going to sign with the union, and you actually think that any of this is a good cause or for a good cause, you, my friend, are retarded. You mean to tell me that the same writers as Secret Invasion, that god-awful live-action adaptation of Teen Titans on HBO Max. Speaking of HBO Max, Last of Us that came out earlier this year, that was dog shit. The same writers as Cocaine Bear, Bros, Euphoria, AEW. Oh, man, I wish I was kidding. That 90s show. I could go on for days. The new Ninja Turtles movie is coming out, Mutant Mayhem, that Seth Rogen's destroying. Those same writers deserve the same pay, the same wages as the writers from shows and movies like Yellowstone or House of Dragon, Animal Kingdom that just ended last year, Snowfall that ended this year, Jack Reacher. You're talking about the same people. Black Mirror. Well, maybe not this last season of Black Mirror, but before that one. You're talking about the same writers of those the former shows deserve the same wages as these ones? No, not at all. I'm sorry. You look. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of flack. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of people upset with me for saying that, but they don't deserve the same pay. Not even close. And then you, the people that are standing on the sidewalks with the picket signs, screaming and yelling for more pay and blah 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 whatever. You know what I want y'all to do? I want you guys to stop preaching. Maybe if you guys didn't sit in front of a camera and preach to everybody about your movie, or technically not even about the movie, about everything but the movie that you're supposed to be promoting, then maybe you guys would be able to promote your movie. Maybe people would be going to your movies and watching your movies and watching your shows, and maybe you guys wouldn't be in this position because you would be making money. You would be putting more money into Hollywood, into your own pockets. But no, you guys decide to virtue signal. You guys decide to sit there and cry literally on the streets for handouts. If you're part of the union, you are being handcuffed not only financially, but professionally. And the fact that these people cannot see that, the fact that there's so many blind sheep out there that literally cannot see that, is alarming. Even Stephen Amell can halfway see it. He's saying, hey man, I support the union and all the other dumb stuff, but I don't support the striking because, again, it's counterproductive. The guy that plays Blue Beetle, he put out a video the other day saying that, hey, I can't promote my movie, but here's a video of me promoting my fucking movie. If you are a part of the union and you are literally being told that you cannot promote your movie that is still releasing, that is the definition of being counterproductive. That is the definition of it being a risk in the box office. Well, Blue Beetle in itself is already a box office risk. But now you're taking even more of a risk because you're releasing a movie, a DC product, by the way, that kind of needs to succeed going into this new regime, this new era, if we even get to that, because obviously what we're dealing with. And now they're being told they can't promote the movie because why? Because they're a part of the union. So yes, I agree with Stephen Amell. Yes, I support Stephen Amell when it comes to this situation. The Mark Ruffalo's of the world, the Ron Perlmans of the world, and the Fran Dreschers of the world, where were they 6 months ago? They had no idea that this was a quote-unquote issue 6 months ago. And if they did, well, we know they didn't give a shit. Which means now 6 months later, for one reason or another, whether they deep down inside feel that it's an inconvenience, that now they can't go and work, or they can't, they can't work on a script because, well, they're a part of the union. And the biggest dummies, the biggest clowns in this situation are the ones that aren't even part of the union that are still running around here making videos with other actors, out here on the streets, striking with other actors. And it's like, fam, you're not even part of the union. You can work. You can go and get your bread. You can go and still create your resume. So I tweeted out the other day. I ended up getting blocked from discussing film, and then it comes to find out. It turns out I'm not the only person that has been blocked from discussing film within the past week. I've been letting known. I said, hey fam, I said make TV great again, and then some of you might deserve to get paid. I'll take the AI and leftover actors and actresses that aren't blind slaves. I got blocked for that because now if I click on their profile, guess what? I can't even see this tweet. I'm blocked. See? I've been blocked from more accounts. And I've been blocked from more accounts in the past week than I've been blocked in my entire 10 plus years on Twitter. It's ridiculous. And I don't even talk that much on Twitter. But anyways, that's besides the point. I'm not saying that actors and actresses shouldn't get paid. But when you have old dude that came out not too long ago that said, "Oh, I only got paid $300 to write an episode of She-Hulk." Yeah, you actually deserve to get paid less than that, to be honest. You should be happy that you got paid in general to write that dog shit. And that's the whole thing. I'm like, look, I understand that a job is a job. I understand that, the entertainment industry makes a lot of money. But at the end of the day, you should be thankful to even have a job in entertainment. I know I'm going to get a lot of flack. I know I'm going to get a lot of people commenting or, hate comments, whatever. But it's just what it is. I'm just stating facts. You should be lucky that you're even in the entertainment industry to begin with. It's crazy what we got to deal with. It's crazy that someone like me who just wants to watch normal fucking entertainment, when every single show, every single movie has to have somebody gay, or they have to race swap somebody, or they have to talk about oppression every single time a black person is on screen, or a woman is on screen, or they have to berate men all the time, devalue men. It's like, why am I watching a Hot Wheels movie and men are being demasculated? Why the fuck would I sit down and watch something like that? I just wanted to watch a wholesome, I wouldn't say wholesome, but because half the shit I watch ain't quote unquote wholesome, but I just wanted to sit down and watch a Hot Wheels movie. Like I said, man, like a lot of this stuff, half of these shows, I hear people all the time, they say, look, man, I didn't even know this show even existed. I didn't even know this movie even existed. You want to know why? Because streaming and all this other stuff, there's no residuals when it comes to streaming. So writers, some creators, actors, most of them aren't going to get residuals from streaming because streaming, you're not going to have those residuals. Sorry. Unless you're on shows like The Office or The Friends. Office or Friends, maybe even like Community or like Parks and Rec, those bigger shows. Yellowstone, maybe. You're probably getting residuals. Probably. But these other shows, like Queer Theory and stuff like that, whatever kind of show that was on HBO, you're not getting no fucking residuals. You're lucky to even have that show still being on the app. Again, I say being a part of the union is counterproductive. But anyways, man, I've said way more than I talked about this way more than I even wanted to talk about it. You get what you negotiate, not what you deserve. Point blank. And now, an entire union has decided to say, hey, everyone that's under our umbrella that's employed by us in terms of, or as part of our union, now cannot work, will not make a fucking penny from Hollywood while we ask and beg for handouts of millions of dollars from Hollywood. Make sure you guys hit that like, that subscribe. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. It's your boy Corn.